Welcome to this video. This is looking at learning issues, particularly we're looking at spelling today, and I've got two lovely volunteers here, Sophie and Gabrielle. Thanks for coming and agreeing to be videoed. I've not really met you before, so we're going to spend just a little bit of time finding out the pen and paper what's going on. So, how would you describe what you want to sort out? What's going on for you? Use the microphone.
Spelling.
Yeah, okay. And you and spelling, what about it?
I was diagnosed with dyslexia when I was 13, and my spelling age is probably about 11.
Spelling age is 11, okay.
I reckon.
Right. And how does that affect you currently?
Well, I don't write a lot at the moment, so it doesn't bother me. So it's very difficult when you do need to write things, and yeah.
How do you find things like the internet, like typing and stuff? Are you okay with that?
Most things, but because you can spell check on computers, can't you? But yeah, it's awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I know we gave you a spelling test. I saw the results you had. Did you do the same spelling test?
No.
Any words for you, particularly you know that are tricky to you?
There's loads.
Give me a couple. Familiar ones.
I always struggle with decision.
Right. It's lucky it's one I can spell. So.
Yeah.
We'll throw some at you in a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, that's one. If any comes to your mind, just shout. So you, Sophie, how old are you?
15.
You're 15. Yeah. And what brings you here?
Not good at spelling.
Not good at spelling as well. So, and I've seen the things that you did in advance. And you did quite well with some of them, and some of them you were dreadful. I don't mean dreadful. I should qualify that because I don't know if you know this, but spelling has not always been around. That in fact there were no bad spellers before spelling was invented, because spelling was invented. What happened was people said, "This is how we spell something," and everyone went, "Really?" And I went, "Yeah, this is the way it is." So Shakespeare, you know Shakespeare, he famously wrote his name in lots of different ways, with lots of different spellings, because when he was around, it wasn't in the agreed way of spelling things. So spelling came in when you start to get dictionaries, when somebody says, "This is how it's spelled," and now everyone has to spell it this way. Up until that point, there's lots of variations. Yeah. So the only problem you've got is there are a set of rules about how to spell things, and you don't quite know what the rules are. Yeah. So classically, when I was looking through your stuff, it looks like you spell by sounding it out. Yeah. And that's okay if you're Spanish. You're not Spanish. Because in Spanish, the sound of the word is very much like how it's written, but in English, it's not very consistent, is it? Because there's lots of words like bow and though and thorough that all look the same but sound very different. Luckily, there's a really good way of teaching you to spell, which I'm going to take you through. What would it be like when you can spell great?
Pretty good.
Yeah. Do you do spelling tests at school and stuff? Age of 15? Probably don't,
No.
no. But you were GCSEs? Yeah. Okay. And have you, your sister's got kind of diagnosed dyslexia. Have you got any diagnosis like that?
No.
Just trouble with spelling? No. So, that's fine. The words that I've got on the sheet are words like thorough, integrates, margarine, yacht, gypsy, suitable, receipt, and brie. Okay, were the ones that you didn't get right, although you got those other ones. Good. Any other words that particularly always catch you out?
The hard ones?
Why? What's a hard one?
I don't know.
Alright, we'll try yours. No. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to do a little bit of work with you. It's going to be fun, should be easy, shouldn't take too long, just get the clock out. So at the moment it's 3 minutes past 2. Okay? We would hope to have you spelling by before past. Okay? That's the plan. What do you think? That might be. Yeah?
That'd be brilliant.
That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Right. So let's get to it. First thing I'd like you to do is we're going to pick a word that both of you find a bit tricky. Can you spell thorough?
No.
Okay. Do you want to have a go? I'll just write this down as you do it so I can see where you start from, yeah? TH. Yeah?
O.
Yeah.
U.
Yeah. Good.
I know that's not right.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, what do you
After
think?
that.
What do you want to do next?
I would say an A, but I know it's not right.
So you know the A's not right, but you're not
Yeah.
quite sure what is right. Yeah. Anything else you'd like to add on the end?
No?
Okay, that's it. Thorough, yeah?
Yeah.
Good. Now, how would you do it currently? Just so I get an idea of where you are.
THG.
G, did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
OUER.
Fantastic. Good. As you probably guessed, they're not quite right, which is fine. That's fine, it's not a problem. And the only reason is, in your brain, what you've got is a number of different versions of how to spell thorough, and you're not quite sure which ones are right. So you're going to go, that way, is it that way? And when you sound out thorough, you start off with a th, you're okay with that bit. After that, it all becomes a bit messy, doesn't it? A bit, you can't tell by the sound of it. So we're going to teach you a different strategy that allows you to consistently spell thorough every time. So let's see how we get on. Yeah.
THOROUGH.
Ah, fantastic. So you can spell thorough then.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Could you do the same for me?
THOROUGH.
Yeah, fantastic. I'll big round of applause for them to start. So you can spell diarrhea, you can spell thorough, you can spell receipt, and you can spell yacht. And it's taken you 27 minutes. So are you a good speller? Are you a good speller? You are, aren't you? Yeah? Are you a good speller?
Getting there.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, you've done brilliantly. You're spelling the words. I would say now you're a good speller. What you've got to do now then is learn, or relearn to some extent, a whole bunch of words that you have some very fluffy versions of and get good versions of, and then you'll be able to spell them fine. Yeah? The other word you said was decision. That was one of your words, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, so we've got to start off from what is it, how is it properly spelled? Okay?
Yeah.
If we start there, we'll be fine, won't we? Yeah? I know how to spell this one. D-E-C. So we've got thorough, okay, thorough, yacht, which you already knew, so we didn't do it for you. Receipt, receipt, diarrhea, diarrhea, decision, decision. Big round of applause. Fantastic. So I'll bring the seats around so you're front of the case. So, there we go. You get closer. You have yourself a seat. So, what have you learned? I'll give you a mic.
Thorough, receipt, diarrhea, decision.
You have, but what else have you learned about yourself?
It's actually quite easy to spell, isn't it?
It's quite easy to spell, yeah. So what I find interesting, because I consistently do this, that's what, it's now 40 minutes, we've done lots of testing as well. How many years did somebody try and teach you to spell?
30.
30. And they didn't succeed very well.
No.
They got you yacht.
Yeah.
Not bad for 30 years.
Yeah.
So what was missing?
The right tools.
The right tools.
Yeah.
And how does it feel having the right tools now?
That's good.
Yeah, so let's imagine we could go back in time, and then you were five years old in primary school going, I don't get this. And we came in, we parachuted in, and we taught you the strategy to spell. How would your spelling be?
Really good.
It'd be brilliant because you have all that training, yeah? And it's difficult to know, but what difference might that have made to your life? Because how was school for you if you couldn't spell?
It was horrendous.
Yeah.
It was really hard.
Yeah. Because what happens to people who are poor at spelling? They struggle and they get to, go away and do some technical drawing or something, or art, because we're having proper lessons here, it becomes difficult.
Yeah, right.
Did you get disrupted and stuff as a kid?
Sometimes, yeah.
It's frustrating, you sit there,
Yeah.
you don't know what's going on, you can't get it right.
It's demeaning as well, because you always get told, she can do better, she's not trying
Yeah.
hard enough, when you know that you're trying really, really hard. It's quite demeaning.
Yeah. And it knocks your self-confidence,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Everyone else is managing.
Yeah.
How does it feel today, having learned to spell? I know that you actually always spell. How do you feel about yourself?
Oh, it's really good.
Yeah. How's it changed how you feel about
I'm
it?
not going to do my GCSEs again.
Yeah, now it's possible.
Yeah.
Now it's like, that's nothing stopping you.
No.
Fantastic. How about you, Sophie? What have you learned today? If you can use the mic for me.
Words.
Words, yeah?
Yeah.
And how do you feel about that?
Good.
Yeah. So what about you now in spelling at school or English? How's that going to change things?
I can do it.
You can do it. And how does that feel inside? How do you feel about yourself?
Good.
Yeah, because what's it been like for you, having this trouble that you've had with spelling? What's that been like?
Rubbish.
And how's it, I mean, your sister just told us how it affected her. How's it affected your school? Your schooling?
You ask people and then you get told off because you're talking.
Right, so yeah, it causes
Yeah.
those kind of troubles as well. And it doesn't make you feel particularly good about yourself if you can't spell when other people can. But now you can. So you've still got some more work to do because in your brain you've got a whole bunch of misspelled words. So if you come across a word and you're not sure about it, and there'll be quite a few, it's fine. Stay calm. Go find out what it is, how it should be spelled, and go through the process we taught you. And then you'll be able to spell that as well. And then the more you spell, the more your confidence in spelling will increase. Any questions for me?
No, I don't think so.
Any questions for me? So you happy you've done what you needed to do? Got what you need? Anything else I can help you with? Fantastic. Very round of applause. Thank you.